Yeah, they're looking cabinet up here. Hey, family. How's it going? How's it going? Stacy, you here in the morning and in the evening, girl. All right. Tawana, hello. Bernadette Coleman. Bernadette already sent a gift through Cash App. Thank you very much, Bernadette. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We'll get started here in just a little bit, guys. So I'm getting it all fired up. But thank you all for being here. I definitely appreciate that for sure. So just a wonderful thing. Hope everybody's been having a good week. So I've been hard at work, putting out a whole lot of content these last few weeks, man. It's like, woo-hoo, man. Dulce Maria, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you. Fort Law is in the house. Fort Law's holding it down. So my new moderator. Yes, sir. Good to have you. Good to have you. So everybody, Rhonda Creator, there she goes. Rhonda Creator's in the house. How you doing, Rhonda? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. You and Fort Law, definitely appreciate it. You can't knock the hustle. The videos come out in a timely manner. Yeah, just trying to keep them coming. So I have a lot of fun creating them, but man, it's a lot of work. So each one of those videos probably take 10 to 15 hours to create. So the way that I do them. So, but they're a lot of fun. Valerie, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Lauren T, hello. Nice to meet you. Good to have you here. Queen B Unique. I like that name, Unique. I like how you spelled that. That's neat. So how are you? Evan Robinson, what's going on, brother? How are you doing? And I see D. Hello. Good to have you here. All right. That's my son walking in the background, so he's getting ready to go home and get out of here. But glad to have him here working with me. So Queen 56, hello. Justin Lindfors, hello. And let's see, Alez, greetings. Hello, Alez, greetings. Hello, how are you doing? And then I get one of these names in there. I cannot pronounce your name, MN. Let's see, that's Iconic MN. What's up? And the Dark Goddess is in the house. Hello, Dark Goddess. Good to have you. See, Dog 43 says, love your videos, learning not. Thank you, Dog 43. Glad you are. So, like I said, I love doing those videos. So, a lot of fun. So, a lot of work, but a lot of fun. So, I love teaching it. Most definitely. Darian Coleman, what's up? Darian, you getting rid of that Eeyore-ish attitude, man? We're going to have to work on you on that one. Oh. Let's see. Thanks for posting the content back to the podcast feed. Like listening to it on Spotify while I'm driving. Yeah, Brenda, actually I was able to do that because of my son. So he's been helping me. I had been so busy. I could not get to the podcast and posting it up. So he's been taking care of a lot of that from behind the scenes for me. So thank goodness for him. So he's been helping me a lot, man. Just taking a load off of me. Let's see. Angel the Saint, hello. Pharaoh Tut, what's up? Shauna A, hello. See Alan Smith, good evening. Good to have you. And Jalen Smith, hello. What's going on? My brother Benny, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right. Man, we got a full house tonight. Making it happen. Captain. Love it. All right. Jason, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Brother. See Eugene Dorsey. Hello. Barefoot in the garden. I like that. Barefoot in the garden. And Davina's in the house. What's up? All right. Oils of Akibalon. Hello. Love JJ is here. The party can get started. All right. Queen of Destiny, hello. How are you? Kayvon Johnson, good to see you. All right, man. We got it going on up in here. Well, let's get this party started. Yeah. All right, son. Love you. Talk to you later. Huh? The what? Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Text me too. Remind me. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. So let's see how we going here. So for all of the new people here, just in case you didn't know, I'm Reginald Q A. So I am your host for the I'm getting ready to say podcast, man. I'm the host for the maybe that's something. No, for the live tonight. So I got my all my moderators. I got a full house of moderators. There's my daughter, Voche. She's in the house. All right. She's here. What's going on? So definitely. So I got Dark Goddess. I got Love JJ, Vote Vibes. I got Ra the Creator. I got Fort Law. So man, we got a full house of moderators. The Dark Goddess. Man, we got them all here tonight, man. I thank y'all so much for being here. So, guys, make sure y'all cool with my moderators, because if y'all not cool with them, you know what they're gonna do? Bounce you. But y'all know we got a good family. So our family is positive, and we always keep the vibes up and high. Dog43, thank you very much for that $10. So he says, thank you for all you do. I definitely appreciate you. So insights in the house. Lord have mercy, help us all. She's here. All right. But as always, guys, this will be a positive experience. So like I said, please be kind to everyone. Be kind to each other in the chat. So we love to have the positive vibes keep going. So like I said, if you're not, you get bounced. But again, our family is cool, so we don't have any problems with that kind of stuff. But we always have those little stragglers coming in, you know. So we get them, and they just don't know the deal. But we'll let them know about it. So chat can get the moving pretty fast. So I can't always see all the questions, guys. I try, but my eyes just can't read up and down that fast. Okay, so got to help me out there. So, but if you if you have a real burning question that you want to ask, and it is about Kemetic science and metaphysics, then you can use Super Chat to give. And that's that $ underneath where you type it in your words and stuff, the $ smiley faces, and you can give. So David Rich just gave $4.99. Thank you, David. Definitely appreciate that. If I say something that is of value, and that's one of the things I really enjoy doing, guys, is I want to make sure I'm giving you information that is valuable, information that can aid you and help you, okay? Not only just to give you knowledge, but it actually uplifts you and uplifts your life, you know, that you can use it to do that. So it's not just about me just spitting knowledge, okay? It's about you becoming a better you becoming the highest vision of yourself. That's what I want to help with, okay? And that's what we're all working towards. And we don't all do it perfect. I don't do it perfect. I don't do everything right. Guys, I make mistakes and I learn from them. That's the way I look at it. I'm not broken, okay? I don't need fixing. I don't need saving. I just evolve, okay? I live, you know, and we make mistakes as we're going through life. And you should be allowed to be able to do that, okay? I'm not a preacher. Don't try to put me in that vein, because I will cuss you out in a minute. No, but anyway, but I will. But no, I am not a preacher. I'm not a holy man. None of that. You know, I'm a dude that's just been through some stuff. I've got my ass kicked enough in life that I've been through things and I've dealt with them and I've overcome them, and I can help you to do that too. So that's what this is about. You know, a lot of people want to ask, you know, well, you don't talk about Islam, you don't talk about Judaism. I haven't experienced those. So this channel is about my experience, the Christian experience, and how we as Christians have experienced Christianity and have dealt with it on a lot of different levels. Okay, so I don't get into a lot of other religions because I haven't studied those, I don't know those, I haven't lived them. The stuff that I talk about is through my experience. I can help you with the stuff I've been through, okay, in a lot of different ways. All right. I have a class, the African Mind Rewire, that definitely helps with developing you. So it's taking the Kemetic knowledge and taking it to another level. So it's getting beyond just learning about the netters and stuff like that. How do I use this stuff? And a lot of times it's connected to biblical ideas that we've read and we've looked at in a way, but we have no idea how that applies in our life a lot of times. So that's what I do, is I take it to the next level. I connect those dots for you. Right now that class is closed, but it'll be opening in a couple of weeks. So for signups, and it'll only be open for a couple of days, and then we shut it down and we get everybody to move in and moving through the class at once. Okay. But that's basically it, guys. And so tonight, all the stars. So you ask the questions, and if I know the answer, I will try to answer to the best of my knowledge. Okay. If I don't know the answer, then you'll hear these words: I don't know. Okay. And there's a lot I don't know. So I don't try to act like I know it all, because I don't, because it's impossible. Okay. But I do have a specific area of knowledge that I enjoy learning and I enjoy teaching. I have specific experiences that I've been through that I can help you with. And that's what it's about. Okay. So I'm not the all or know it all or anything like that. Don't try to be. All right. So, and I'm very comfortable with that. So anyway, all right. So questions. Let's see if we got some questions in here. Davina Sadler's priming a punt, 99.99. Oh my Lord. I'm like, woohoo. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, did I say that? Thank you, Davina. I definitely appreciate that. Pass that offering plate. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm tripping, y'all. I'm tripping. But thank you very much, Davina. Definitely appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Yes. Yes. All right. But anyway. Oh, make a brother dance. Hey. Oh, I'm tripping. Okay. But anyway, all right, guys. Y'all got any questions? Hey, y'all got any questions over the stuff that I've been posting for the last couple of weeks? Because, man, a lot of that stuff has really been deep, man. I mean, it's just getting into last couple of weeks, I was posting about the esoteric connections to the Bible and actually uncovering really the hidden knowledge and hidden language that's in the Bible. Because a lot of the ways that we've been taught, and Larry M. Anderson gave $5. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate that. Let's see. And here's his question. Says, is there an actual law of timing? I'm wrestling with taking my business idea public. If it's not in God's timing, will it fail? And is it true? Man, that is an excellent question, Larry. That's an excellent question. And this is what I'll say to this. You are the God. It's your timing. Okay. What you have to understand is that you have the ability to create what you want to create. So it's not about something outside of you that says, hey, it's time for him to have it or not. What it really is it's about the timing that is within you. Have you created within yourself the, how can I say, have you created within you the environment to support what it is that you want? Because there's like, it's like being promoted to a job that you haven't really gotten the information and knowledge to be able to do the job. So when we're talking about that we want to build a business and we want to do different things, you might have the skills, but do you have the attitude? Do you have the belief that the business can be built? Do you have doubts, that you could make it happen? A lot of times that's something that we have to deal with within ourselves. So the timing that you have, if you believe strong enough and know within your heart that it's something you want to do and you want to get done, man, it can happen. It can happen. You just don't need to start to entertaining the negative. That's what ends up happening, because as entrepreneurs, and I consider myself an entrepreneur, as entrepreneurs, we go through doubts. It happens, man. I mean, they creep in at some of the oddest times. Things can be going good, and all of a sudden it's like, man, what if this happens? And it just happens. That doubt is going the opposite way of your desire. you know? So you have to work on those things. You have to work on yourself. So it's not just about God's timing. It's about, are you creating everything within you to have the business that you want reflect back to you? If that makes any sense. Man, we had a great discussion in our chat group today. We were talking about that. So yeah, but I mean, we get a little bit deeper into it, but that's really what it's about, you know. Let's see. Do you have an opinion of us being already here, Native Americans, African Americans? I really don't. I don't get in that, because we, T-Love, the way I look at it, we're souls having a human experience, and we're all races, okay? And we've lived all races, most likely. And to me, it's like, I know for sure that my ancestors were connected in Africa, okay? And I know for sure as well that there were Africans in the Americas long before Columbus was. So I am definitely aware of that, you know? But I have people that are basically saying, forget about Africa, man. We were all here first. Well, historically, we know that there were Black people that were taken from Africa and brought to the Americas. How are you going to say that none of those people exist, the ones that were brought from Africa, and everybody was a Native American? It just doesn't add up. That doesn't mean that there were not Black people here already, because I know that there was. You know, anybody read the book, They Came Before Columbus? He talks about that. You know, you've seen I forget the name of the big stone heads that they found in Central America. I can't think of the name of them. Just draws a blank. But this is stuff I was reading back in the 80s, man, the 80s and 90s, so a long time ago. But I have an opinion that the possibility that there were Black people well before Columbus came, I believe wholeheartedly that is a fact. Okay. And but again, we come from Africa too. So I don't mind claiming my African heritage and heritage. And I honestly believe a lot of people that don't want to claim their African heritage is because on some level they've been made to feel ashamed about it. You know, I'm not at all. And that goes along too with one of the reasons that I talk about the Kemetic spirituality. That's not necessarily that I'm trying to claim that my ancestors or anybody were from Kemet. I'm claiming that knowledge because that's where the Bible came from, which was the Bible and Christianity, which was a very huge part of my life growing up, through my family, through my family, my culture, everything. So that particular spiritual system answers questions about Christianity. Not necessarily, it can, but not necessarily about my African heritage. So I know that is the Kemetic system was definitely how can I say, the whole spiritual system of Africa has a lot of connections. Okay, they have a lot of the same ideology, just different names of things, and the Kemetic system is no different than that part. But I'm not trying to say that my ancestors were from Egypt. That's just culturally, I know that the religion that I grew up with started in ancient Egypt. So that's why I talk about the Kemetic system a lot. Okay, and I think it's very important. Let's see. Let's see. You know that it takes a couple of days to digest those lectures, right? Hey, I believe you, Fort Law. I know. Hey, it took me years, so I know it is. That's why I give a lot of that information out, because I want you guys to have it so you can study it. But I also do my class so the people that want to get a little bit deeper and move a little bit quicker through it, that's why I do my class, you know? So I give as much information as I can and believe me, a lot of times, a lot of it is I almost have to water it down, because man, it can be so deep and so detailed that it doesn't make sense. But I try to give it enough and that's why I try to connect the dots to something that people are familiar with, especially when it comes to Christianity. And a lot of people say, well, you always talking about Christianity, you know, Well, I'm talking about Christianity because those two things are connected. You know one, and the other one you don't know, but it can help you. But what you do know from Christianity can connect you to the ancient Kemetic stuff in a way. Once you unravel and contrast the dogmatic stuff to the spiritual stuff. Okay, so yeah, so I expect that it should, Fort Law, that you have to digest that stuff. This is not stuff that you're just gonna get overnight and then you got it and you start using it. It takes practice. It's like building a skill, and that's what I talk about in my classes. We're building skills. We're building spiritual skills that help us in life. So it's not just about you read something and you go, yeah, oh, that sounds good. I got it. No. Well, especially the skill, and one of the videos that I introduced today is talking about the Kemetic paradigm of prayer. Prayer is literally a skill, guys. It's not what we were taught in religion. It is literally a spiritual skill and faith is a tool for prayer. Okay, we were taught faith as a mind control tool in Christianity, but when you really understand faith, it is literally a tool that you use for prayer, because you can pray for something. You're here. What you want is there. What's in between is what you have, the faith that you have to have in order to not add resistance to your prayer. Okay. And you have to have the expectation, the positive expectation that your prayer will be answered. And I'm saying the word prayer because, again, you understand what prayer is what I mean by that. And that concept, not the religious prayer like, oh Lord, please save me. No, that's not quite what I mean. But anyway, yes, it's love, JJ. Exactly. It's like climbing a ladder. It's like climbing a ladder. All right, Cree Rama's in the house. What's going on, Cree Rama? Good to have you. Cree Rama always has some good comments, some deep comments. So I really like what you add, Cree Rama. I appreciate you. Do you think the world is ending? Hell no, Kenny Mouse. No, and I don't mean to hell no at you. I'm just saying that's a misinterpretation of biblical scriptures. Okay, so no, that's a great question. The world is not ending, and it ain't gonna end. So well, I can't say it ain't gonna end because man, somebody might blow up something. but God is not making the world end. And I actually did a video on that where I actually link where a lot of those ideas came from. It's called Will There Be a Rapture, or something about the rapture. Guys, I do these videos and they after a few months they're out of my mind. So but look that up, Kenny Mouse. So there's one, and you can look it up in my playlist, my video playlist, and I actually go into a lot of details about where that idea came from. Okay. Let's see. Are you familiar with opening portals, and are you familiar with the portals are opening? Yes, Dark Goddess. So portals of energy, portals of consciousness, portals of experience. Absolutely. So yeah. So and again, that's just a name we have for a portal. But yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Question. Question. What is your thoughts on ancestor veneration? I think it's cool. The thing that I think that we have to be careful of is getting into this dogmatic idea that things have to be done a certain way. Okay, because we have our own way of being. We have our own gifts. And the way that we are might not fit what somebody else does. Something might come easily and natural to one person, might be very difficult for another person. It's kind of like we're watching the Olympics now. I'm paying attention to the Olympics right now. And let's say a person is a sprinter and a high jumper. Okay. A high jumper wouldn't be able to outrun a sprinter, and a sprinter wouldn't be able to outjump. They're both gifted in their own way. One is not better than the other. It's just a different way of being. Okay, they have different skills. They have different gifts. we are the same way. We have different ways that we can access information. It's like in Christianity, we were taught to everything that we access had something to do with Jesus. That was the name, that was the box that everything was put in. It was Jesus and nothing else. A lot of times we get into the conscious communities and it's the ancestors or nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you can have veneration for the ancestors, and that is a beautiful thing. But don't get to thinking that that's the only way that you can access knowledge beyond yourself, because that's just not the case. All right, if that makes any sense. Okay, so great question. So Dulcimer say you have to watch that video again. Yeah, guys, you can't watch this stuff. To me, you can't watch it one time and then that's it. Because if you're doing it just one time, all you're doing is accumulating knowledge, which I call that being a librarian. A librarian. You're just accumulating knowledge, and knowledge is great, but it's useless if you can't apply any of it. What good is it? I mean, except to say that, hey, I got knowledge and I'm smart. Let me beat you over the head with it. You know, I guess that'll soothe the ego on some level. But if it does nothing to help you in your life, if it does nothing to help you become a better you, then I mean, it's kind of lacking, if you ask me. You know, so but that's my perspective on it. That's my perspective. Let's see. Let me come back. Let's see. What is the shift that's happening? So that was a question through Love JJ. Let's see. The shift is basically a shift in consciousness. So people on a mass scale are starting to awaken, you know, and it gets to have this exponential growth because, you know, it's like one person happens, then two people, then three people, then 10 people, then 50, then 100, then 1,000,000, you know, and it just happens faster and faster. So the old systems that we were used to are now being broken down. And a lot of it has to do with the millennials and the kids that are coming into the world now. Man, they're not having much to do with these systems. They don't want them, you know, and their consciousness is causing us to break them down. COVID, so many people look at that in a very negative way. And I do understand the death and stuff like that. That is negative on some level for a lot of us. But COVID actually was a change agent, or is a change agent, because it's changed so many things and having us look at society in a whole different way. Our school systems will be forever changed because now kids now have a choice a lot of times of whether they want to do school online or whether they want to do it in a classroom. And now the governments have looked at funding differently, funding schools differently. Because before, and I know as a school teacher, if a school didn't have a certain number of kids coming to a classroom on a daily basis, then they could get in trouble with their funding. Well, now kids can stay at home because the government is saying, okay, we're going to give kids this opportunity to stay at home. So that's changed. Worship services in church has changed. Preachers had to learn how to do something different. Okay, the business of health and trainers, gym trainers that help you work out and get your body right. A lot of them went online and start making money themselves. They didn't have to go back to a gym anymore. Okay, so all of these things. It was a change agent to change a lot of things in society for the positive. We only focus on the negative aspect, but COVID made a lot of things change positively too, and we got to recognize that as well. You know, so that's the shift. The shift is happening. Things won't be as they were. Okay. Let's see. Eugene Shores, yeah, they suspended Shakara. Yeah, she's from Dallas. She's from my hometown. But I guess she was wanting to smoke a little bit of that reefer, man. So it happens. Yeah, Henry Jones. I don't believe the world is ending either. So it's well, I know it's not ending. So it just doesn't happen. So Christianity been saying every 10 years as the world is ending for some reason, and it still hadn't happened. And people be like, oh, well, I guess the next one's coming. Oh, what? The next one coming. Every few years, the world is going to end. It hadn't happened yet, and they still waiting on it. Do you know in the Bible, it was supposed to happen at the end of a certain generation of Jesus's time, you know? And again, it's a mistranslation. So, but people don't want to look at the truth. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me go. I'm looking. All right. Let's see. Love JJ got a question. Thank you, Love JJ. What is your take on having certain dreams over and over? That means that your soul is trying to tell you something. Okay. So your soul is trying to get your attention. And this is what happens. If they really want to get your attention, the first time they'll just send it to you to be a nice little dream. The second time they send it to you, it might be something, a sexual dream. You wake up and go like, ooh, man, that was good, but it made you think about your dream. The next time, if you still don't get it, the next time they'll send it to you, it'll be a nightmare and it'll make you start to ask questions. So it'll just ramp up as if you don't get it. But if it's happening over and over and repeating, it means that it's something that you need to look at in your life that's happening in your life, guaranteed. All right. Let's see here. What do I think about the age of Aquarius? It's just an energetic age, so different things will come more easily. B Melanin, what's going on? Let's see. But yeah, it's just a different energy. So we're moving into an energetic, and we talked about this from in 2012. That our solar system is literally moving into a sector of space where the energy is just a lot more dense and a lot more positive, that we can start creating things on a positive level, so we can start creating things a lot easier. Yep, people connecting with nature. Absolutely. So we are nature. It seems like they are invoking war within the country. You can look at it that way, Lauren T. But it's also people trying to hold on to old systems. But the old systems are getting ready to go out. They're just not going to be able to hold. Even our monetary system. Guys, if y'all ain't looking at cryptocurrency, you better start looking at it. So y'all start looking at some Bitcoin. So cryptocurrency it's a whole new system, and it's like a grassroots money. It's coming from the people up, not from the government down. And that's what's going to start changing. And this is what y'all are going to have to start recognizing too, is that our economy is going to shift from where we having these big corporations to where individuals are going to start to developing their skills. That's one of the things that the internet gives us the ability to do as individuals. We can market and do and market our own skills. That's part of what I do is as somebody that has a gift to teach. I use my skills to start my own business. Okay. And people that resonate with me and resonate with what I teach, they have the ability to come and learn with me, So the economy in that way is also going to shift to where individuals and the currency that we have with each other is going to become more prevalent than us working on a job for somebody. Because that's one of the other things that COVID did is people got a chance to stay home, work from home, do things from home, and they don't want to go back to the office. Okay. That's a shift right there. And now people are looking for ways and avenues that they can get into business for themselves and do their own thing. Well, one of the things that I know is that that's a mindset that has to shift even to get into business for yourself. And if you don't have the confidence to do that, you're going to quit, plain and simple. So that's one of the things that my course does is it helps you to shift the mindset to better enable you to move into doing what you want to do and to living life on your terms, So that's another shift that's happening. So most definitely. All right. Insight to Insight gave $25. Thank you very much. See, these are ladies in my class. They still give. I mean, that's amazing. Davina, with the 99.99, she's in my class. Davina pays for my class and still comes to chat and gives to me. Guys, y'all really make me feel good and special when y'all do that. Y'all let me that y'all appreciate what I'm doing, and I so appreciate that. So thank you, Insight to Insight, with that $25. Yes, yes. So appreciate it. So, but good people. That's why I love the people in my class, man. I mean, we are building such a wonderful community, and I know in the next few weeks, next couple of weeks, I'm going to be opening up, and a lot more people are going to be coming in. But we already have a foundation of some wonderful, wonderful people in my class already, man. So have a good community going. So definitely. And Dulce Maria, thank you, Dulce Maria. So Dulce Maria was in my class too. So thank you very much. See what I mean? Just good people, man. Dulce Maria gave $9.99, and she says singing. It's the consistency for me. Thank you. Yes, yeah, and that is what it's about. It is about being consistent. that's what gaining skills is about. We're talking about gaining spiritual skills that help you to create, man. That's what it's about. So, see, where did you start when you first began your research on African spirituality? Mo, let's see, where did I first begin? I mean, a lot of it. There's a lot of books and stuff that I read in the late 1980s, but African spirituality, the books that I started with, there are a lot of academic type books. And actually, Mo, if you're looking at my videos, I put a lot of the books that I've used, okay, that I've gotten information from. But a lot of those books are very hard reads, and they don't connect the dots like I do. But I give you those books, and you can look in any of the videos. Look underneath in the video descriptions, and I have links in there to the book. So they are my what do you call them? The links. They're links that Amazon helps pay me if you guys buy. So if you support the channel by clicking and buying through those links, I appreciate it. But I give you those links so you can easily go and just get the books yourself as well and look that stuff up. So I don't want to be like a church that says just believe me. Hell no, don't just believe me. Look it up. Look it up for yourself. Do your own research. If you have doubts about something that I say, you should look it up. And you should not accept something that somebody tells you ever. I don't care what it is. I can't live like that. So I want you guys, if I'm telling you something in a video, I'm not just going to tell you, I'm going to show you where I got it from. Okay. And you can find that book. You can find those books again in the video description. So check them out and do your own research. So It Seeks Justice and Truth gave 149. Thank you very much. Definitely appreciate it. So every little bit helps, guys. It don't have to be a big amount. It does not have to be a big amount. So at all. And Cree Rama gave 19.99. Thank you, Cree Rama. I appreciate that. You're so kind. Thank you very much. And Queen of Destiny, Nadine, says, awesome sauce, fam. So thank you, Nadine. Gave $20. Man, y'all showing out tonight. Y'all are showing out. Thank you very much. Ooh-wee, man. Awesome sauce. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm just looking for questions here. Let's see. What are your thoughts about people lamenting men not going to church? Eugene Dorsey, you trying to get me in trouble, ain't you? I don't go to church. Never will. I've dated Christian women. I tell them, hey, I ain't going to church. That usually be my downfall. They kick me to the curb, man. But it is what it is, So I don't want to be going to send no preacher hooping and hollering. But I know what that is, and I know what you're asking, Eugene. You're asking, so people are lamenting men not going to church because they think in some kind of way that church is going to make men better men. But church doesn't necessarily make better men for women, because church is one of the most discriminatory places on the planet and has been for hundreds of years, and No, church doesn't do that. So it doesn't make people better people, I don't think. Let's see. And Ramona Maxwell says, as multidimensional beings, can you see yourself in another place where time doesn't exist? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So time doesn't exist. And literally, when you're having fun, that's when time is standing still. That's why you should live through your joy. That's why when we're having fun, it seems like the clock is speeding past. That's because within us, time is standing still, but objectively, the clock keeps moving. Okay, so it seems like time is sped up, but in actuality, we've slowed down from within. So when we're having fun, we move closer to the eternal. If I can make that, if that makes any sense, we move closer to the infinite. Infinite does not have time. So that's why when you're living through your joy, you don't age as fast. Okay, you do not age as fast when you're living through your joy. Time slows down when you're in a joyful state. Plain and simple. So I guess the ultimate state is that time stops. Is when you're merged with the eternal. Okay. So that's what's happening. Let's see. I'm afraid of snakes. Sometimes dreams with snakes. What could be the meaning? Harriet, a lot of that dream imagery, a lot of times can depend on your experience. But I know in ancient times, snakes were actually a sign of wisdom. Of course, the Bible changed that with the snake and Eve. Imagine that. They flipped a lot of stuff. But in ancient Egypt, a snake was a sign of wisdom. Okay. But if your experience with snakes is something fearful, then it could mean something different from you. So it depends on what your experience is about snakes. It also depends on what you're dealing with in your days. Because usually the dreams that you remember, they have something to do. I say usually, but not all the time. They usually have something to do with the last 24 to 48 hours, things that you've been dealing with in real life. Okay. So what is something that you're dealing with, and then what does a snake represent for you? Okay, so that's something you have to do. That was Miss Harriet was asking that question. Do you believe in the Anunnaki? And if yes, what are your beliefs about them? It's an interesting story. My belief is that the Anunnaki is more like symbolic and mythical, just like characters in the Bible are symbolic and mythical. So I don't necessarily believe that the Anunnaki were real beings. Okay, I could be wrong there. I have not done enough research on that. I've read about them years ago, but I believe that the Anunnaki, what we know about them is that they're more surrounding mythology than there are a reality. Okay. So that's my thoughts on it. Let's see. Boom. Okay. And Damon J, thank you for that $10. And it says, coming out of the Asar Set Society, I look for Kemetic-based content on YouTube, and I'm thankful I found your channel. Thank you, Damon J. Yeah, I've heard of the Asar Set Society. That's from what's his name? He wrote the books, and I cannot remember his name right now. But I don't know a lot about them, so I won't comment on them. But I don't know a lot about them. I've heard the name, and I've heard them been around, or heard them around. So Pharaoh Tut gave $14.99. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Says, I have retired in my 60s, healthier than most people. Young people need help finding my path, but I know I'm going on the right road. Listening to your work and any suggestions. Hey, just keep listening. So I mean, once you do, what I try to do is teach people principles to operate from, not rules. Okay, because rules will work in certain areas of life, but principles work across everything. Okay, once you understand the principles, then you're your own guide in a lot of ways, and that's what I try to do, is to teach people to basically how can I say, accept their responsibility for their life and for their development. So it's not me trying to say, hey, look at me, I'm great, do what I do. No, you might not want to do what I did, because I mean, I got my ass kicked over and over. So you probably don't want to follow me that way. I can tell you what I went through and how I had to come out of it, or what I had to do to come out of it. But don't be like me, you know? So you got to be you. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Let's see. Can you talk about how important the I am versus I hope when creating? Yeah. So, and that's a great question, Davina. And Davina, when you're talking about going through the principles, Davina, she has this stuff. She always makes some great comments and statements in our chat group. And so I know she has this stuff down by the way that she talks. She understands the principles of it. Just that question right there tells me how well Davina understands the principle, because I am is something about who you are being. I am. That's where Moses supposedly in the Bible asked God, who do I tell them that you are, and God supposedly says, I am that I am. Okay. So when you put a comma there, I am that I am, that puts a little context to it that says, basically, I am everything, which means that we are part of the I am. Okay. Hope is a ruse, if I can say that. Hope is like, you ever seen the cartoons where they put a carrot on a stick in front of a horse? Okay. That carrot on the stick is hope. That horse is going to always be running after that carrot, but will never reach it. That's what hope is. Okay. Hope is the opiate of the masses. That's one of my favorite quotes about hope. It is the opiate of the masses. And what that means is it's a drug. It's a drug that's going to keep you looking out into the future, but never obtaining what it is that you desire. That's what hope does. But when you live in the I am and you become what you want to be, you become what you want to be in the world. That's the difference between I am and I hope I can get it. I am says that you will become it to obtain it. It's like saying like, and I like to use jobs as a good analogy. You might be in a position and you desire a higher position, okay? But you're not going to get that higher position until they know that you can do the job. So you're going to be, before you get the higher position, you're going to be the higher position. You're going to be actually doing the work of that higher position before they promote you. That's what the I am means. You're becoming what you desire. So you're in the lower position, but in order for you to obtain what you desire, you have to become it to get it. Okay, so that's another way to look at that. All right, let's see. So if you hope, you won't get it. But when you become, when your I am is that, you get it. All right, all right. Let's see. Doesn't it seem like the Bible, particularly the Old, was intended to demonize other cultures? Jason, I think that's the way that it's been used. But I know, again, a lot of the people and places in the Bible are actually metaphors, analogies, allegories. So we have to look at it esoterically. Esoterically. The way that we were taught exoterically, yes, it's been used to demonize people. It's been used to enslave Africans. So a lot of things that it's been used for. Absolutely. Kri Rama, can you talk about the principle of mentalism? All is mind. Great question. So that principle comes from the ancients that basically says that one creator cannot split itself to make something, okay? Because if it split itself, then all of a sudden you have two creators, okay? Two things. So in order to create something, the creator didn't take something out of itself and create it. What the creator had to do was create something in its mind and then project it outward. All right. So that's where when you ask the question, or the question says we're made in the image of the creator, we have the ability to create just like the creator. And I'm using the analogy of mind, guys. Don't think of a literal human being like person. That's not what I mean when I says the mind of the creator. I have to use that as the analogy to kind of hook this information onto. It's not literal. The creator is not human in any way, shape, or form. Okay. But the creator created from its inner mind and projected outward. That's how the universe was created. It became the reflection of the creator. Okay. So you are created, you are a seed of the creator, and you have that same ability. Excuse me. If you think about it, anything that's ever been created was first created. Anything mankind has created, it was first in the mind of that person or that individual, and then it had to be created outside of it. So it was created in the mind first and then projected outward. And that's what the creator does. So that when we're talking about the idea or the principle of mentalism, that means that we have the ability within us to project outside of us that what we desire. Okay. But that comes back to the I am. What are you being? So you cannot create something and have it realize itself in your reality if you don't match the vibration of it, if you don't become it and match it. Okay. So that's how those two things are connected. You have to create within you the ability for that thing to project. Okay. And I actually get a little bit deeper than that in the class and talk about that. But that's a very, very deep concept. Let's see. I had a dream about cat people. What could that mean? Ogun, you actually could have tapped into another society or another dimension where people are cats. So there's a theory that everything on this earth in some other dimensions and some other planets, they are at the top of the food chain. Like we are as humans at the top of the food chain here. Cats might be at the top of a food chain. There might be cat people. Like I'm saying cat people, but they're not human, obviously. Okay. So you could have tapped into another dimension and into another life. That's very possible. Let's see. Insight to insight. Got to go pick up some pizza. Hey, you saved me a slice of that pizza, insight to insight, for sure enough. For sure enough. A pizza is my favorite meal in the world. I swear to God. Ooh, I hurt somebody over some pizza. So, yes, save me a piece. Let's see. Do you remember the atmosphere rather than heaven? Pizza on earth? Let's see. Let's see. Sean A says, how do you work with the laws of the universe? You already are, but you're just doing it in an unconscious way. So the laws of the universe work whether they do or not. But prayer is one of those things that I'm trying to teach people in order to work with the laws of the universe. We think of prayer as doing this and bowing our heads and saying a few words, but it's a lot more to it than that. Okay. It's about your being. Okay. Not what you're saying. All right. Let's see. Dev Woos gave $15. Says, I live in Canada and things are amping up. Can this science help us melanated from the possible Force V shots? Bless you, brother. I guess you're talking about the vaccinated shots. And this is what I say to this, man. And understand, I am not a doctor. And I will not tell you what to do with your body. I do not have the right to do that. And I think it's irresponsible for me to tell people what to do with their own bodies. Personally, I do not get I won't get vaccinated because I believe that I am in control of my health. I create my. I am healthy. Okay. And I don't worry about walking around fearing that I'm going to get sick from COVID. Okay. Because I am healthy. That's part of my I am. All right. Now, on the same hand, I want to do some traveling and I'm going to be doing some traveling across the world. Okay. If there is a requirement for me to get vaccinated, I'll get vaccinated. I won't like freak out about it or whatever. I'll do what I need to do because there are certain things that I want to do. So I'm not like so uh, like afraid of it because ultimately I have the power to create what I desire. All right. So that's the way I look at it. So vaccinate yourself. If it's something that you're really afraid of, you probably should get vaccinated because you're inviting it into your reality. I am afraid of COVID, but this is what it's saying. I am COVID. Okay, that's what you're projecting into your reality and what you're bringing into your experience. All right. Let's see. What if you don't dream much? Lady Doc 777 gave 1999 and asked that question, and she says, "Love your classes." Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Lady Doc. So if you don't dream much, all that means is that you just don't remember. Okay, but you dream. Everybody dreams. It is a part of our existence as human beings. We have to dream. There was studies in Russia, I believe, that were done some years ago that they actually deprived people of sleep where they couldn't dream, and it ended up killing them. Okay, so you dream, you probably just don't remember it. Okay, I won't say probably. You just don't remember when you do. You know, but you can set your intentions for to dream. So when you go to bed at night, you can set your intentions to dream. All right. And you can always do that. So you direct your intention. Your intentions is your remote control for consciousness. Okay. A lot of us just do it unconsciously. We intentionally think and believe certain things unconsciously. It's still directing our consciousness. We're just not aware of it. Okay. But your intentions are your remote control to consciousness. You can direct it where you want. Let's see. And let's see, that jumped up. Let's see. Jamie and Smith gave 499 has got a question. Can you explain what made you turn from Christianity? Okay, I'm gonna be nice. Okay. And why not just become a full-fledged atheist instead of trying to stay spiritual? Thanks. Actually, Jamie, I was an atheist for a while. Okay, I went to a Southern Baptist college. You know, I went on a basketball scholarship, and I was atheist the whole time I was there. Okay, but I was atheist because I didn't want to believe in. And this is a white Southern Baptist college, and in a way, the attitude that I had when I was there, or the attitude they had with me when I was there, it's like, Reginald, you're a real nice guy. You know. You might even be a cool Christian, but you can't be the best Christian until you're white. Okay. They didn't say those words to me, but that's what was implied in a lot of instances. And me, the way I thought, being a Scorpio, I was like, I'll be damned if I'm going to accept somebody's God who say I'm inferior to you. You can kiss my ass. Okay. So at that point, being an atheist was being rebellious for me. I was not going to accept a God that was going to have me be inferior to any man or woman. It's just not going to happen. Okay. But even before then, I started to turn against Christianity because I just remember at 15 years old, I asked someone that was, in the know, Christian wise. And the question I asked is, hey, I said, Jews don't believe in Jesus. I said, does that mean that they're going to go to hell? And that person just, without even thinking, says, yeah. But the other part of that question that I didn't ask them, because I was already reasoning things out, I was like, a mass murderer could like just kill people, or a serial killer could just kill people, you know, their whole life, just do things killing people. And then on their deathbed say, I accept Jesus as my savior, and they'll go to heaven. But a person who is a good Jewish individual could do good all their life, and because they don't believe in Jesus, they're going to go to hell. Now I'm like, how in the hell does that make sense? A person that does bad all their life and then in one instance says, I believe, they go to heaven. A person that does good all their life and says, I don't believe, will go to hell. That right there just, it just did something to me. And from that day forward, I started to question things about religion, and it just started to take the lid off of it. But yes, I was atheist for a long time, but atheism didn't feel right to me either, because I knew on some level that there was something bigger than me. You know, not the big white dude in the sky god looking down on us, waiting for us to masturbate so he can send us to hell. Okay, not that kind of bigger person. I just knew that there was something more. You know, that's something that cracks me up, because it's like, God don't want you to masturbate because it's a sin. He's gonna send you to hell. Damn, but it sure feel good. Okay. Hey, if love and masturbating is wrong, I don't want to do right. I know people be singing that, but anyway. but seriously, that just makes me ask a lot of questions. So yeah, I was atheist, but there were also things that happened in my life, Jamin, that let me know that there was something more that was like watching out for me in a way. I had some things that happened that were just like, I mean, I can't describe them other than just they were miraculous from my level of thinking. Okay. So yeah, so it atheism never felt right, just like Christianity didn't. Let's see. Do you dream of past life experiences? Yeah, you can, but they're in the present. Let's see. Y'all tripping with me? Jamin Smith says, beautiful answer. You are. Thank you, Jamin. I appreciate that. So Jamin gave $1.99 to tell me that. So thank you very much. Let's see. Hey, I can sing Love JJ. I can get down with it, you know. Some people, they ask me to sing solo. Solo, they can't hear me. But anyway, they just don't understand talent. That's all it is. They just don't understand talent. Let's see. Let's see. There is no FAP philosophy. Eugene says there's no FAP philosophy in terms of sexual energy. Probably not. Oh man, y'all killing me. Oh, all right. Let's see. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. You got that Love JJ so low they can't hear me? Oh man, round two, I'm gaining. Thank you, Dulce Maria. Dulce Maria gave again $9.99. Says I'm gaining so much clarity tonight. Thank you for that gift. Let's see. And Byron says he found your page through going through the rabbit hole while listening to Dr. Frances Cress Welsey. Yeah, boy, she has some stuff there. Thank you for all you do. Hey, you're welcome. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Rich G says, I appreciate you spreading the knowledge. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Man, it's going. All right. Let's see. Jay Smith, I follow your channel. Let's see. Oh, okay. See, he deleted that. All right. Hello. Let's see. All right. Miss True said, finally caught alive. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. And Tawana Clark says, how to open your third eye. The fact that you asked the question will start prompting you to do things or get information that you will open your third eye. Okay. That's part of the first things that you have to do when you want to start to getting more information. Start asking questions about the information you want, and not to anybody in particular. Just you can just ask the questions. One of the things I do is I ask it before I go to bed at night. I'll usually ask questions or project things that I want to occur into my dream state, and things come to me. Never fails. Answers that I want for certain things. If I ask to be asked for help through my dream state, I get it. And what'll happen is it'll come to me as an inspirational or intuitive ping, is what I call it. Okay, so that's what happens. Let's see, and it's just let's see. J3551C4 says, "Oh my God, I found you last night. I subscribed and always like you. Put things in perspective so well. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's J3551C4. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, a lot of times, a lot of stuff, guys, it's like it's really common sense. You know, once you really start to look at the principles, it's really about common sense. You know." Let's see. Let's see. Are there Africans that follow Kemetic principles? And actually, in actuality, Winston Holgate asked that question. Most African spiritual systems are the one. It's where Kemetic spirituality got its information. Okay, most African spiritual systems share a common spiritual heritage, and the Kemetic spiritual system is no different. They just call it different names. Okay, and a lot of times the same names are a lot of times the names and concepts are very similar. Okay, so yeah. Let's see. All right, let's see. What are your thoughts on neo-paganism? Neo just means new. Paganism. It ain't new paganism, it's old. So I mean, and pagan was a insult that Christians or the religious called people that didn't believe like them. So neo-paganism, nah, whatever. Okay. All right. All right, guys. Oh man, it's already at the top of the hour, a little bit past. So we're probably going to go ahead and we will shut it down for tonight. All of my moderators that have been here, Dark Goddess, Love JJ, Rather Creator, Fort Love, Voche, man, all of y'all, thank y'all very much. And everybody that gave tonight, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you so much for doing that. Makes me feel appreciated. So thank you so much for doing that. But at any rate, we'll shut it down. And until next week, guys, y'all have a great and wonderful evening. So we'll do it again next Wednesday. All right. Good night.